Do you have an AI strategy and do you have a data governance strategy? That is like step number one. And then once you figure out, okay, this is the strategy, which that means is, do you have the right people at the table? Do you have legal involved? Do you have procurement? Do you have business leaders? Do you have IT? Sometimes I hear customers talk about, well, this is an IT issue. IT is going to figure it out. Kind of. The technology part is the easy part because everybody can help on the technology portion of it. Where we struggle with is people and process. So let's bring the people together as part of it because you need sponsorship from your executive leaders. You need sponsorship from your departments. You need to build that trust internally. Step two is around what is the outcome that we're trying to solve. Often I hear from a lot of leaders saying, oh, we have to implement AI. That's great, but if you don't know what you're trying to solve, how are you going to measure it and how you're going to be able to expand on it later on? So I always go back to what is a manual, repetitive, risk-averse use case that you can start with. Super easy, something that is going to bring that direct impact and kind of help you get that sponsorship and that trust, that credibility to be able to expand from there. A basic example I'll give is, every time you go to an agency's website, there will be a chatbot. And the chatbot just takes a look at your frequently asked questions or wherever that data is pulling from, and it'll spit out an answer. Sometimes that answer is not quite what you're looking for, so you give up and you start calling and you start emailing. Maybe that is the first baby step to take a look at. It's something very risk averse where you're not going to show up in a newspaper because we're coming from a public center entity myself. We were very big on today's goal is let's not show up in the newspaper, right? So I think kind of starting with that, but also showing some innovation along the way, it really helps build that credibility and trust with your constituents.